Okay.
Okay, hello everyone. Today we have Francesco Braschieri from Spreaker, and we will make a talk with him about his experience as a startupper. Hello Francesco, how are you?
Hi everyone, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, well, let's start with the first question. Okay, explain me in 20 seconds the core of your project of Spreaker.
Spreaker is an online service which allows anyone to become a radio DJ by creating and broadcasting a personal radio show online.
Is that so easy as you tell it?
It should be. I think we're working on it on a constant basis, but it's getting better and better every day.
Okay, good. Okay, let's go with the second question. That's a little bit in deep. Okay, tell me something about the history of Spreaker. How did you become so popular? I mean, in this last period, there is a lot of people talking about your project. So, which are the main steps of your development?
Really, I didn't know that we are popular. You're the first person actually who's telling me this. But, well, to make a little background on our company, we started thinking about the project a little bit more than a year ago. And it was just a thought, and we started designing and working on the whole concept. And then a couple of guys, of my partners, who are developers, started actively working on the project, and they developed it for 6 months. And when we saw how it was, I started doing fundraising, and then we decided to launch a beta site where the product was not ready yet. We wanted to get feedback from the community of users. So actually in February last year we opened the beta to the public at the end of February, and well, from then on we kept working on it over and over and over till where we are today. And well, I'm glad you tell me we're famous, because I don't think we are. Well, not yet.
Yeah, but you start to becoming famous.
I hope so.
Okay, let's go with the first question is, which are, in your opinion, the characteristics of a successful product on the web today?
Well, the web is really a platform, so there are so many different kinds of projects out there. Some are, for instance, some tools are for personal productivity, and they are successful even though they don't have a large user base. But they address a specific problem, they do it very well, and they can make money. They're not $100 million company, but they make money. And they are the opposite side of the scale. There's Spreaker. We want to be a media site, so we need to grow to a very large user base, and that's what we're trying to do. So I think if you want to be successful in this particular spot on the web, you need to work on the product day after day to make it more and more viral, to have your users be your marketing guys. So the only way you can spread your product is your user do it for you instead of doing it yourself.
Okay, but do you think that it has to be simple, or concrete characteristic of the product? I mean, if you have to think to 3 things that are important.
It depends really what your goal is. If you want to create a large user base, it's simple.
Okay. Okay, clear.
But when I was in San Francisco this summer, it was a UX designer conference, and I was explaining then that our tool, our DJ console, is really very complicated. And they say, well, you're addressing a specific target audience, and for instance, a guitar has 24 frets, takes about 3 years to master, but there are loads of people using it, and well, not everybody's playing the guitar, but it's very successful. Would you say that the guitar is a successful instrument? And I say yes. And it's not easy. So simple is not the key for everything. It's the key for consumer web or casual web activities. And well, I think in the case of Spreaker, it's something we should be working on.
Okay. So every target have the different characteristics. So it depends really on the target that you have.
You should spend a lot of time to make really clear who your target audience is.
Okay. Good. It's a very important point. And now the next question is about fundraising. Before you were talking about fundraising, I mean, usually there are many people that say that it's very difficult to get the attention of the Italian investors. I mean, do you agree with this sentence? And
I don't agree with the sentence, literally, because it's very easy to get the attention of the Italian investors because there are very few companies acting in our space. It's very hard and difficult to get the money, which is another thing.
yeah,
But in the startup business, know the investors. I've been 3 months this summer to the Silicon Valley. I'm going there again. And there, it's very difficult to get the attention because, there are like 3,000 venture capital funds in the US compared to probably 5 or something in Italy. But the number of startups there is probably 1,000 more than we got here in Italy. So you really are no one if you don't have a proper introduction, if you're not good at marketing yourself. You never ever get to talk to an investor. Okay? In Italy, it's very easy. So you get to talk to them, and you always have a second or a third chance. They follow you. In the US, you only have one chance, which probably lasts for 30 seconds.
okay.
Production, and if you blew it, then you have to move on. So I think there are opportunities in scarcity in Italy because investment is scarce, but the startup scene is even scarcer. So there are not that many companies.
Okay, so if you have to suggest something to other startuppers that want to start, do you suggest them to try in Italy or to go directly in the States?
I would start in Italy. There are some advantages and some drawbacks. Okay, the problems in Italy are, for me, in the startup stage, are very clear. First, you don't get that much support from your friends, your family, and your peers. In the US, if you're an entrepreneur, everybody sees you as like a rock star, even if you're a startup and you have no money, but because you want to change the world. Where here, everybody is very negative with you. So this is a big problem. And the other big problem is bureaucracy, the fact that it takes so much money and effort to create a company here in Italy compared to the United States. But we got advantages as well. So labor cost and talent in Italy is much cheaper because, of course, the demand is scarce. And, of course, talent, I can tell you, the talents we have in Italy are much better, probably better than people I've met in the United States. So we should work on that and then, look for something more abroad. What we don't have in Italy is a market for Web 2.0 products and an exit market for investors. So if you want to sell your company in Italy, who are you selling to? The answer is, well, as of today, probably nobody. So that's why when things get serious, you definitely want to get in touch with some different countries, different marketplaces, or different people from abroad.
How do you promote your project? Do you have a communication strategy? Because one of the main issues that the startup have to deal with is that they don't have a dedicated budget for communication. So how did you deal with it, and how did you solve your problem at the beginning? I mean, when you have to start up.
So what we did is leveraging on social media, leveraging on one-to-one communication and relationship with bloggers or people who can help you get a stage where to promote your ideas, and that's it. And I have a colleague, her name is Tonya, and she's a very good social media manager, and before her we had another person the way, and that was the key to all our communication. We didn't spend 1 year advertising or what's called above the line communication. But of course this has to change because if we want to grow, we have to start thinking about this in a more serious way.
Okay. So you were talking about the contact with bloggers. Did you find the contact with your bloggers? I mean, did you find bloggers that were related to the music field or?
Yes, of course. You need to do a little bit of research. At the beginning, it's easier to get noticed in the startup scene. You know, if you're a startup in Italy, as I told you before, there are not so many of them, and you can get some visibility, some coverage, because you try and announce the word. Okay, I'm here. I'm the new kid in town. And you post your bio on startup websites, and then you decide who your target users are. For instance, people interested in music, and you start addressing those bloggers and telling them, "Why don't you try this? I'm giving you some benefits and so on." The usual stuff, the usual PR stuff.
Okay, good. The interview is finished now. We thank you, Francesco Vaschieri, for the interview, and we see next time with another successful startup. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.